Hi, you guys. Welcome to this week's episode. This week's episode is going to be a little bit different to what you guys are normally used to. You guys are used to weekly vlogs, but I really wanted to film and show you guys my glowy glam. I realized that I have not filmed a sit-down makeup tutorial here on YouTube, and you guys know how much I love makeup, so I wanted to share that with you guys today. My glowy glam is definitely one of my all-time favorite looks. It combines the two looks that I love the most in makeup. I always love switching up my makeup depending on where I'm going and my mood, but my two favorites would be a full beat, lots of makeup, the whole shebang, and on the other side of a spectrum, a no makeup look, super dewy, glowy, focused on skin. So combining a no makeup look and a full beat, you get a glowy glam. And I'm going to show you guys all of my favorite products with this look, and then also all of the techniques that I use when it comes to applying my makeup to get that end result. I actually filmed this last night, and then it turns out my camera was not focused, so we're filming it again. But I do love doing my makeup, so that's not a problem. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you guys everything that I do to achieve my all-time favorite look. Obviously, first thing is just flipping my hair back. So the first thing that I start out with is skin prep. I've learned through the years that skin prep will make the biggest difference in how your makeup turns out at the end. When I was younger, I used to never really do any sort of skin prep. I would just like slap makeup on my face, and I realized the importance. And like I said, the biggest difference is on your skin and what you do before applying any sort of makeup. So the first product that I love using and that I use every single day is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Dewdrops. It's this product. So I honestly use this as a moisturizer and prep my skin with this. Obviously, you can go in with more skincare products if you want to, but I feel like this just hydrates my skin. It really helps the way that makeup glides on your face as well, and it's going to help everything and the final look extremely dewy and glowy. Okay, so once that's all on my face, I like to make a little cocktail on my skin next. This is these are the Glowy Super Gel Drops. This is the Star Glow Drops. So I'm just gonna do like a little squirt on each side of my cheek, and then a little bit on my forehead. I'm filming this in my bed, but I just thought that was like the most comfiest to film a proper and longer video. So I'm using this makeup mirror that Say gave me. I honestly never thought I was going to use this mirror, but it actually came in pretty handy for this video. And then the next part to my skin prep cocktail is this Kosas sunscreen. It is a sunscreen, but even if it's nighttime, I wear it just because I think of this as skin prep and like a primer in a way. So they have two versions. This one is the one that I like to use. So they have like the original one, which is just dewy glowy, but this one has a little bit of bronze on it, as you guys can see. So it tans your face, but also adds a lot of glow. Like I said, I even use it when it's nighttime. And then the last part to my cocktail of skin prep is the Plump and Juicy Kosas spray. And I'm just gonna spritz this all over my face. Sometimes I'll apply it also like after, when I'm done doing my makeup, sort of let that dry a little bit in there. I'm going to show you guys also all of the brushes that I use. I do switch back between brushes and sponges. This is probably one of my favorite brushes of all time. This is the Refi brush. It's dual ended, but this is the side that I use for foundation and things like that. So I'm going to use this to just blend all of the products out and spread them evenly throughout my face. But then once everything is blended out, I do like to go in with a sponge just to get rid of any lines and like streaks that the brush could have left, and really just like pack it onto my skin. And now there you have it. That is the glow that I'm talking about. That's going to make the biggest difference over your foundation, your concealer, everything that you put on top. You're really going to see this glow just like from the inside out. So this step is extremely important and crucial. And now the actual makeup part. So for my eyebrows, all-time favorite brow gel, just because I do love my eyebrows to look slicked back, kind of like sculpted, and what's that thing called? Laminated brows. That's what it's called, laminated brows. This is the Refi Clear Brow Sculpt. I know that a lot of people have like issues applying this, but honestly, you just need to practice because it does look white, but this thing will hold your eyebrows up forever. So just comb through my eyebrows, really get all of the product in there. And then the cool thing about this product is that on the other side, it has and applicator. So as you can see, this is the applicator, and I like to go in with this side first that has like the bristles, and then I go in with this side. So this one's just really gonna comb the product through your eyebrow and give you that pushback look, and it gets rid of like any clumps and really laminates your brows. And then with the other side, I just carve them out to get rid of like those crazy hairs that were sticking out. Honestly, I have not found a better eyebrow product in the market. Okay, so that's it for eyebrows, and then I'm gonna go in with foundation. My all-time favorite foundation is this House Labs foundation. I am in the shade 230 light medium. Honestly, the color match is insane, and I love it because it's not extremely matte, but it is very full coverage. So I do about that much. Same thing going back in with the refi brush. I just like spreading it all throughout my face. So once it's all spread out, same thing, going back in with a beauty blender to get rid of any streaks or lines. I learned to do my makeup on YouTube, so I figured I should show somebody how I do my makeup. For concealer, I'm gonna show you guys my two favorite concealers. I'm obviously only gonna be using one, but since I am showing you guys my favorite products, these are my two all-time favorite concealers. I use this one definitely more for the nighttime, and then this one more throughout the day. This one is the Kosas Revealer Concealer. I'm in the shade 2.6. And then this one is the Hourglass Concealer, and I'm in the shade Sepia. So like I said, I use this one more for the nighttime, but I feel like using the Kosas one today. Placement, I feel like, is extremely important. I do place my concealer very specifically to lift up my face and sort of like snatch it up. So obviously right under the eyes to cover up all of the eye bags. Then I like to go around my nose to get rid of the redness that I have there. If I have any blemishes or pimples, like I have a little pimple here, I'll just do a dot there. And then I like to do two streaks along the side of my eyes. This is going to lift your eyes up. And then two streaks down here, which is really going to sharpen your contour and enhance your cheekbones. A tiny little bit at the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose. I kind of feel weird putting concealer on my forehead and on my chin. Don't ask me why. Like, people do that, but I don't do that. So that's that. That's the placement, and then I'm going to blend it out. These ones I blend out on a downward motion, if that makes any sense. Like, I want to keep this line right here, so I'm like patting it, but also blending it downwards. So you still want to be able to like see that line in a way, but obviously blend it out. Oh, and this beauty blender is from Kosas. I use this beauty blender specifically for concealer because of like the small tip. It really helps me get into like really narrow places. Then just blend around my nose. This is like a no-brainer blending. And then when I'm blending these lines, same thing that I did with these, I want to make sure to keep that line. So I want to keep that line that way. Same thing here, just keeping the line up. Now I'm going to go in with cream bronzer. These are the Dew Bronze, and I'm in the shade Swim. This is by the brand Say. I honestly love this product. It gives you like the most beautiful bronze, but it also sharpens and like sculpts your face. So I'm going to do a little line right here, a little line right here, obviously on my forehead, right here, on like, I don't drag it all the way back here. I don't know, I feel like that's weird. Just makes my jawline look huge because I already have a pretty good jawline. But if you don't have a big jawline, then do it. But I have one, so I just bring it down to my chin. I don't know, you need to also kind of like learn your face because everybody's face is different. But the placement here, you want to keep it higher up to really just like lift your face up. The lower you bring it, any product, the more droopy your face is going to look. So apply higher than you normally would think to do, but it's just, trust me, it's going to make your face look. Going back in with the refi brush on this side, which is very compacted, I'm going to tap to blend it out, but I'm going to blend upward because like I said, you don't want to bring the product down. You could probably place it up, but then when you're blending it, you're pushing it back down. So blending it upwards. Same thing here. These just like, I'm like messy with these ones. And then same thing with your forehead. It doesn't really matter as much, but blend it into your hairline because we don't want to see that like hairline difference Now, some cream blush. I basically do everything in cream products and then go over everything with a powder product. These are the Rhode Pocket Blushes. This one is in the shade Sleepy Girl, and I like to apply it onto the brush first rather than applying it directly on my face. And this one is an e.l.f. foundation buffing brush. I know it's for foundation, but I just love how compacted it is for cream products and like for cream blush. And then same thing as your cream contour, apply it higher up. Now, nose contour. This I actually got in my trip to Japan. It's from a Korean makeup brand, but I found out that you can get it on Amazon, which is great because you guys can get your hands on it, and then whenever I run out of it, I can also get my hands on it and I don't have to fly back to Japan. But this is the I'm Multi-Stick Dual. It's by the brand I'm Mimi. And it's great because on one side you get the stick bronzer, and then on the other side you get a highlighter. So I use both sides every single day of my life. I personally love a button nose, but every nose is different. So the way that you contour your nose is different to the way that I contour my nose. But what I like to do is just draw a little line on top, a little line below, and then two lines right here, but I don't bring them all the way down. And I'm gonna blend that out with a very thin and small brush. This is the Morphe M506. I don't know if they make these brushes anymore because I got these like forever ago. I should probably, honestly, I have not washed my brushes in the longest time. I feel like I need to wash my brushes. But I like to blend this out and sort of like twirl it in here. It's just going to better blend like your nose contour with your eyes. And it's a really light process. Like you don't need to apply a lot of pressure to it. The bottom of my nose. This one's like the one where you can get messy. And then this one very lightly because I do like to keep that button nose effect. Okay, so that's all of the contouring and blushing that I'm gonna do, and now I'm going to set my face. I don't normally bake. I don't really bake ever, so I just apply powder. And this is a setting powder by Kosas. This is the Kosas Cloud Set Translucent Candy Rose Ultra Transparent. It's a mouthful, but it's pink. That's the point that I'm getting at. It's extremely matte, which I love, but not so much. Like you can still see all of the glow that we have going on right now. And I just pour a lot onto the lid of it. I'm going to apply a little bit onto a powder puff. I honestly just got these on Amazon, and then I start by drawing two lines on the side of my nose. That's going to keep your nose contour in place, and then under my eyes. But I'm just basically going over everywhere that I put concealer, keeping the same placement where I applied the concealer. So I'm drawing that line, but I'm not smudging it past here. So I'm keeping that like sharp line at the top. Same thing on the other side, keeping that line around my expression lines. Same thing here, draw that line. On the other side, chin, and then a tiny little bit on my forehead. I know that it looks harsh right now, but we're going to blend and diffuse all of that out. And even though I applied powder, my skin still looks glowy and still looks dewy, and that's from everything that we did right at the beginning. But like I told you guys, I'm basically gonna do everything all over again, but with powder products this time. So the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit is probably one of the best powder bronzers you can find out there. That's why literally everybody uses it. This brush, honestly, it's so old that the tag is rubbed off. But if my memory serves me correctly, I think it's from Clinique. It was my mom's brush, like when I was 14, and she gave it to me when I was first starting out doing my makeup, and I still have it, and I still love it, keeping that same like higher placement. And now going in with some powder blush. I absolutely love this blush. It is so underrated. I don't think I've ever really seen anyone use this blush, but it's so good. This is I've used it that much that you can't even read it, but I'm trying to figure, it says, I know it's by Essence Cosmetics, but I'm trying to find the name. Pure Nude Baked Blush. So this is the Pure Nude Baked Blush, and this one is in the shade 06 Rosy Rosewood. So pigmented, and I absolutely love the color. Like I said, really underrated blush. I don't gatekeep it. Like I always post it on my videos, but people have just not hopped on this blush wagon, and I'm telling you, it's amazing. Like I barely tapped it, and it was so pigmented, but I do love blush, so I kind of go crazy a little bit sometimes with blush. Now for highlighter, I have this weird thing against highlighter because I feel like I don't know, every single time that I put a highlighter on my face, I feel like my blush just goes away. Like it took the blush off my face. So I found that the perfect way to combine adding blush and adding highlighter was the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Gasm ones. This one is the Pink Gasm, and you're adding blush, but it's a highlight blush. So just a tiny little bit, because it is like pink and pigmented and you don't want to look like a clown. But as you can see, I'm placing it everywhere that I would place highlighter because I'm technically using this as a highlighter. You get that highlight. I absolutely love this product. And this brush is by MAC Cosmetics 180 or 130, either or. As you can see, my brushes are really old. Finishing touches, mascara. This is, in case you want to know, my favorite eyelash curler. It's by Revlon. I'm going to curl my eyelashes really quickly off camera because, I don't know, too much work to, I don't know, I'm just going to do them off camera. But the key to a good lash game is the way that you curl your lashes. Like no matter what mascara I use, I know that my eyelashes are going to be good because of the way that I curl my lashes. And that's just curling them like there's no tomorrow. Like curl the crap out of them. Curl your eyelashes so much that you think they're going to fall off. I promise you they're not going to fall off, but just curl. I mean, they could probably fall off, but like never happened to me. So I just curl them like crazy, and every mascara makes my lashes look great. But I am going to show you guys my favorite mascara. Anyways, talking too much. I'm going to just curl them and I'll be right back. Perfect. Lashes are all curled. And my favorite mascara that I actually discovered recently, but let me tell you, I've tried every single mascara out there. I mean, not every single mascara, but I've tried a lot of mascaras out there. And this one's just the best because it combines volume and length. So it's lengthening and volumizing at the same time. This is by Kylie Jenner. So it's by Kylie Cosmetics, and it's the Kylash mascara. And I don't know if they have any other shades, but it's the black one. This is what the applicator looks like. I feel like you know how to put mascara on your eyelashes, but pro tip, focus on the ends of your eyelashes. So the tips of your eyelashes. I feel like the more product you apply to the root, the heavier you make them, so the more likely they are to fall. And then your tips are usually the lightest part of your eyelash hair. So the darker you make it, the longer your eyelashes look. So I focus on the tips mostly. As you can see, like I'm touching the tips. And those are the lashes. And that was with one coat. I didn't like double dip or do anything crazy. It's just a really, really good mascara. I know that there's some excess mascara on my eyelid, but I'm going to let that dry because it's going to be easier to clean up after. We're almost done. And now the last thing that I'm missing is lips. I cannot say that this has been my favorite lip liner for years and years because they literally just came out like a month ago, but they're so good and I'm really obsessed with them right now. So this is the Rhode Skin. These are their new peptide lip shapes. So they're contouring, and I love to overline my lips. I'm a huge overliner. I love overlining my lips, and that's exactly what these are for. So this one's in the shade Lunch. I have a few other shades, but this one I love. I'm just gonna overline my lips. Honestly, I love these right now and I've been using them a ton, but any other lip liner I absolutely love. I love the Refi ones. They're so, so good. And the Kylie Cosmetics lip liners. Like those two and these, I would say they're my favorite, and I have them in multiple different shades just because I reach for them a lot. So the way to overline your lips without making your mouth look huge is overlining your Cupid's bow. So going above your lip right at the center, and then same on your bottom lip. But you don't want to outline here. Like you don't want to overline the edges of your mouth. Otherwise your mouth's just going to look wide. You want it to look pouty, like you're going like, you want it to look pouty, but that means making it pouty in the middle. So I'm going to overline here. So I just want like outside my lip, but then I'm going to connect it to my natural lip line. So I end at my lip, but here's like crazy outside my lip. And same thing on the other side. Connect it to my lip. And I'm gonna do the same at the bottom, right here in the center. Go way out of the line and then connect it to my lip. So those are the lips overlined. And also, weird confession, I don't love colored lipsticks or lip glosses. I prefer a more clear, natural lip gloss. So I'm just gonna use the Rhode Peptide Lip Treatments. These are the Rhode Peptide Lip Treatments. This one's like the original one. They have multiple different flavors, but I love the original one and it's just clear. So honestly, my favorite ones are just Laneige, Rhode, Mario, just clear. Because I want to add that like gloss and make it look glowy, but I like the natural color of the lip liner. So I don't want to add like any other colors, but that's just me and that's just like my personal preference. Like if you want to add any lipstick or lip gloss, like please go ahead. That's just me and the way that I like doing my makeup and what I like for products. Okay, so this is pretty much it for the Glowy Glam. These are my all-time favorite products that I love and use. This is probably one of my favorite go-to routines and all of the steps and all of the techniques, and I just think it makes your skin look absolutely beautiful. You look really put together, like it's a glam, but it's also natural, just highlighting your natural beauty and your natural features. But I am going to show you guys one way which you can elevate this look, because I didn't touch up on eyeshadow. I'm honestly not the biggest, it's not that I'm not the biggest fan of eyeshadow, it's just I'm not good at doing eyeshadow. Like I try to improvise if I have something going on, like a fancy event or something, but I don't do eyeshadow on like a daily basis. So whenever I want to elevate my looks, if I'm going to dinner or like if I have an event or something like that, it's usually a cat wing. So this is just a palette that I bought at like CVS. It's from LA Girl Keep It Playful eye palette. And literally the only reason I got it was because it has a black eyeshadow right there. So an angled brush is definitely what you want to grab. I'm going to dip it in the black eyeshadow, grab the tiniest little bit, and then just do a mini black wing. Smudge it out a little bit with my finger. I honestly don't know how to like explain that other than just like draw it outwards and like blend it out. Okay, actually, let me give it my best shot. So I grab the like longest part of the brush, put it right at the corner, and then sort of like look at where my eyebrow ends and draw a little line, right? So that would be like the first step. Draw that little line, make it as long or as short as you want, but just the little line's not enough. So then I go in like here to try to connect it like that. That's sort of what it looks like. And then I just like perfect the tip, make sure the tip is sharp, and then smudge it out. That's it. That's what I do. And you can make it as thick or as long or as dark. I honestly just want to add like a little bit of smoke, a little bit of like lifting your eyes up without looking too crazy. I just think it's simple and it elevates your whole look without having to do eyeshadow. Now that is the final look. You can obviously add some setting spray if you want this to last the whole night. I would recommend one size. So good. And your makeup will not move. But this is it. This is the full Glowy Glam. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this makeup tutorial and all of my favorite products that I recommend and I love, all of the techniques that I use whenever I'm doing my makeup. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun filming and show you guys my makeup and just doing a proper sit down makeup tutorial. Like I said at the beginning, I started out and I learned how to do my makeup on YouTube by watching other people. So what better way than now for it to be my turn and show you guys my makeup, the way that I do it, what I love, what I've learned. Hopefully you guys can try it out. Hopefully you guys can try the products out, the technique out, but this is my favorite all-time look. I would die for this look. And if I were to get buried, I would want to get buried in this look. So hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. I know that it was a little bit different, but I hope that you guys enjoyed a makeup tutorial and I will see you guys next week.